Controversy on the roads as a London taxi boss claims untrained cyclists are to blame for accidents.
We all have to look after each other out there. You know, it's no good saying any one part of the road environment is responsible for accidents.
An Olympic cyclist and a mayoral candidate have joined a call for a boycott. Also ahead, jail for 3 teenagers who murdered a 15-year-old boy at Victoria Tube Station. Trains and boats and high streets. The Olympic torch is put through its paces in a relay dress rehearsal. And you've got to hand it to her, the award-winning singer and her musical gloves.
This is London Tonight with Ben Scotchbrook.
Good evening to you. It is time to say to cyclists, you want to join our gang? Get trained and pay up. No stranger to making the headlines, the boss of London's biggest taxi company has caused a storm by suggesting people who get hurt on bikes only have themselves to blame. The chairman of Addison, John Griffin, also said cyclists should pay to use the roads. He's prompted calls for a boycott of the company and a protest outside its head office. Piers Hopkirk reports.
If cyclists and minicab drivers have seldom seen eye to eye, then these latest comments will only serve to fan the flames.
Did you not see me when you pulled out in front of me back there? Well, why did you pull out then if you saw me?
In an outspoken article for his company magazine, Addison boss John Griffin challenged cyclists, saying, "The rest of us occupying this road space have had to undergo extensive training. We're sitting inside a protected space with impact bars and airbags and paying extortionate amounts of taxes on our vehicle purchase, parking, servicing, insurance and road tax. It's time for us to say to cyclists, you want to join our gang? Get trained and pay up." So how have cyclists responded to this provocation?
I don't agree. I find that really not very intelligent comment. I think it's very selfish.
Well, that's going to inevitably lead to a decrease in the uptake of cycling, which generally I sort of feel we should be encouraging, in that we are drowning in motor vehicles.
At this cyclist cafe, they were no less impressed.
I think that's outrageous. I think that would be so difficult to police. I mean, as if officers haven't got enough to do these days without having to stop cyclists and check on their roadworthiness, their insurance, their tax. How is it going to be policed? How is it going to be operated? There's more questions when the majority of cyclists are responsible, and it's very few that do spoil it for the majority of us.
I mean, that doesn't make any sense. If you want to tax them in the same way, you'd have to come up with a different way of taxing them, but you can't treat them as cars when they're a different type of vehicle.
Next Monday, though, the cyclists are looking to hit back. They're organising a protest at Addison headquarters, in which they will lie down outside the building and cover themselves in fake blood. They're calling it a die-in. This afternoon, Mr. Griffin acknowledged his comments had caused a storm and accepted the tone may have been too inflammatory. But he added, if my article causes a debate around whether cyclists need training and holding to the same standards as other road users, bring it on. Piers Hopkirk, London Tonight.
3 teenagers